Hi guys, I hope you're doing great today. Healthy and always smiling. Thanks for clicking and welcome to my channel, Learn English with Sarah. Today we're going to see a new grammar lesson. It's about the simple past. So what is the simple past and what are the rules of the simple past? Let me remind you about the other lessons of grammar that we have seen. So, you know of course the subject pronouns and the simple present tense plus the present continuous. So these are the tenses that we have seen, and we have seen the rules of the present simple and the present continuous tense. So do you still recall them? If not, I'm gonna join links here and the first comments of this video in order to recall them, in case you may forgot them. That's it. Now let's dig in our new lesson, the past simple tense or the simple past tense. So let's see what is the simple past. As you see here, we have the present, means for today, and we have yesterday, that we are talking about the past. The simple past tense is used to describe an action or event that happened in the past and is finished by the time you are speaking or writing. And here are a few examples of sentences in the simple past tense. First one, I walked to the store yesterday. I walked to the store yesterday. Next, she ate lunch at noon. She ate lunch at noon. 3. We watched a movie last night. We watched a movie last night. Number 4. They sang a song before the show. They sang a song before the show. 5. I ran a marathon in June. I ran a marathon in June. So these are the verbs we have here. Verb walked, and verb eat, ate, watch, watched, sing, sang, and the last one is ran. So in order to form sentences in the simple past tense, you simply need to add the suffix ed to the base form of the verb. To form sentences in the simple past tense, you simply need to add the suffix ed to the base form of the verb. But there are some cases, of course, we're going to figure out these here. So here we have regular and irregular. There are regular verbs and irregular verbs. So regular verbs are inchangeable, so they stay as they are, while irregular verbs are changeable, so they don't follow the pattern of the rules. So let's see here these following examples. We have for regular verbs, we add ed to the base form of the verb. As for example, work, worked, work, worked. Or d if the verb already ends in a, like for example move, moved. So we don't have to add another a because we have already a, so moved. So we say I he, she, it, you, we, they worked. In regular one-syllable verbs with a single vowel followed by a consonant, we double the final consonant when adding ed in order to make the past simple. For example, stop, stopped. The bus stopped suddenly. The bus stopped suddenly. Next, plan, plan. Who planned this trip? Who planned this trip? So did you get what I mean exactly? Whenever we have a verb in one syllable, like for example, stop, so we have here the vowel is in the middle of the verb, and the verb is ended with the consonant. So the last consonant is doubled automatically. See what I mean exactly now? Good. So for irregular verbs are verbs that do not follow the typical pattern of adding ed to the base form to create the past tense and ing to create the present participle. Instead, they have their own unique forms for the past and the present tense. Past simple irregular verbs. Many verbs are irregular. Here are some common ones. Each one has to be learned. The verb form is the same for all persons. In I, you, she, he, it, we, they, and we make questions and negatives with irregular verbs in the same ways as for regular verbs. Now we're going to see only the positive form or affirmative form, and let's let the negative and interrogative or question for the next time. And here we have an exception. It is in verb be. So in verb be, the subject pronoun here have different conjugation of the tense. As you see here, we say I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, you were, and they were. Let's see here some examples in the past simple in some irregular verbs. Look at these sentences. We have she was afraid. In verb be we say she was afraid. Next sentence in began. The meal began with soap. The meal began with soap. Other examples. Come. Everyone came to my house for the weekend. Everyone came to my house for the weekend. Next, do. Look what I did. Look what I did. Eat. The birds ate all the bread. The birds ate all of the bread. Next, fly. We flew from New York to Mexico City. We flew from New York to Mexico City. Have. She had such a good time. She had such a good time. Next, no, no. We knew each other well in college. We knew each other well in college. Now let's see other examples. Read, read. So read, stay as it is in the simple past and the past participle. I read that book last year. I read that book last year. Sing, sing. Her sister sang a beautiful song at the party. Her sister sang a beautiful song at the party. Tell, tell. He told me a funny story. He told me a funny story. The past simple uses. So we use the simple past tense. Definite time in the past. We use the simple past tense to talk about definite time in the past. Often we specify when something happened. For example, yesterday, 3 weeks ago, last year, when I was young. Examples: did you watch the film yesterday? Did you watch the film yesterday? Next, he left at the end of November. He left at the end of November. The last one. When they were young, they hated meat. When they were young, they hated meat. We can use the simple past too in single or habitual events or states. We use the past simple to talk about single or regular, habitual events or states in the past. Let's see some examples. For events that happened once, only one time, he fell off his bike and his friends took him to a doctor. He fell off his bike and his friends took him to a doctor. Next, the last sentence. She ran out and she found my brother. She ran out and she found my brother. Next, we can use it in events that happened more than once, maybe twice or thrice. Examples: they traveled to Italy every summer and always stayed in small villages on the coast. They traveled to Italy every summer and always stayed in small villages on the coast. Next, as children, we played all kinds of games on the street. As children, we played all kinds of games on the street. We can use it also in states. For example, did you feel afraid? Did you feel afraid? So, it's in terms of feelings or emotions. Afraid, panic, sad, happy, and so on and so forth. When we use the past simple to refer to habitual events, the meaning is similar to use it to. Something that I used to do in the past. Examples: I did a lot of traveling when I was younger. Or, I used to do a lot of traveling when I was younger. And here is a list for you of irregular verbs. We have infinitive, past simple and past participle. In verb be, as we have seen, we say was, were, and been in the past participle. Break, broke, broken. Belt, belt, belt. Buy, bought, bought. Come, came, come. Do, did, done. Dream, dreamt, dreamt. We can also say dreamed, and we add ed. Drink, drank, drank. Drive, drove, driven. Eat, ate, eaten. Get, got, gotten. Give, gave, given. Go, went, gone. Have, had, had. Learn, learned, learned. Lose, lost, lost. Read, read, read. Say, said, said. See, saw, seen. Sell, sold, sold. Swim, swam, swam. Take, took, taken. And think, thought, thought. And there are other plenty of irregular verbs that you must just memorize them because they have no rule and no pattern to follow. Now time for your assignments. Here are some exercises. Type in the verbs in the simple past. You have some verbs in the base form. You're going to put them into the past simple tense. Number 1, visit. Visit. 2, arrive. Arrive. 3, go. Go. 4, be. Be. And the last one, see. See. Next exercises. Match the present and the past tense. We have tick, scratch, crash, boil, answer, clean, look, push, press, and knock. Next exercise. Fill in the past tense. You have here some verbs. Try to put them in the past tense. Jump, add, walk, open, talk, laugh, call, shoe, come, and paint. Try to do this exercise. It's easy. I'm gonna give you some times, and then let's have the correction. So have you done? These are the answers. Number 1. William visited his grandparents last weekend. 2. Jane arrived an hour ago. 3. We went to Bob's birthday party yesterday. Next. I was on holiday last week. And the last one, she saw fire. Next. Match the present and the past tense. We have tick, ticked, scratch, scratched, crash, crashed, boil, boiled, insert, inserted, clean, cleaned, push, pushed, press, pressed, knock, knocked. Next, fill in the past tense. Jump, jumped. Add, added. Walk, walked. Open, opened. Talk, talked. Laugh, laughed. Call, called. Shoe, shooed. Comb, combed. And paint, painted. So all of them are just regular verbs. Easy peasy. So try to check your answers, please. This is the end of our lesson. Thank you a lot for following me. And please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and share, and comments. Thanks again and see you soon.